But if everybody's a victim, then nobody's a victim. But see, the reason why I asked y'all about, is there a victim in it is because I don't know if y'all are thinking this, but I'm thinking like right now it's been a real aggressive time where people just doing money grabs, right?
100%.
Like you got the Tyler Perry thing, you got the Diddy thing going on. You had a couple other ones trying to sprinkle. They tried to get Jay-Z, Shannon Sharp, right? So like, it's getting.
Robinson.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's getting to a point where, if everybody, because I even seen this narrative coming out, well, like Diddy was going through grief. Diddy was, he still didn't get over Biggie. He still didn't get over, what's the other girl that used to be around him? Can't even think of her name.
His wife, Kim
his
Porter,
wife.
was baby by Kim Porter.
There you go. And it's like, well, he's still dealing with grief. He's still dealing with all that. Yeah. And it's getting to a point, well, if everybody's a victim, then nobody's a victim. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so they're trying to say he's grieving. That's why he's
that's what they were trying. Well, that's what I seen somebody trying to spin, right? Trying to say, and I get. Well, the whole saying is you can't tell somebody how long to grieve.
But
that's
you
the first thing they gonna tell you.
You can't allow somebody. It's not an excuse for you to hurt other people because
it's never an excuse.
So you can't. That can't be that. That ain't that.
This is what I'm getting at. Like with the people going so hard for them, and that's why I asked y'all. Do y'all think it's justice? Because to me, if we trying to do justice, right, you want to see him locked up, right? You want to see him tried for his crimes. I get it. Money comes attached with all this stuff. I get it. I'm not saying it don't, but like to me, it's getting to the point where people are like, oh no, just give me 20 million. 30 million, hey, we good. Give me 250 million and Tyler Perry case, we good. Like, so are you really a victim? Like, do you really want justice for what you said happened to you, or you just want the bag? And then once people start getting turned off to that, because that's going to happen eventually, because as human beings, if we see something enough, we're going to grow numb to it.
Desensitized.
There you go. So you're going to have real victims out here not getting that type of love and sympathy that they deserve and empathy that they deserve from us, because we're going to get so burnt out on people just going in, give millions of dollars and be calling it a day. Yeah. And writing a book. See, to me, man, I hate to say this because it make it seem like I'm an asshole. What? But to me, once you start writing books and you going on press release, I don't know how much of a victim.
Well, no matter how you slice the pie, when you file a lawsuit and you didn't file a criminal case, and even then still filing a lawsuit, it's strictly for money. So it's going to be a money grab, whether it happened or not. You going for the money off of it. And when you going off of money off of your partner that you was with for 10 years, anybody looking at it going to say, well, dang, you was with the nigga for 10 years? Like, like, okay, see, that's the thing.
You don't want to get to a point where you, like, blaming the victim, right? We
not. We just calling it like it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, anybody could, for instance, right? We on the internet, y'all on the internet, man. And that's the thing about putting out content too. Anything we say could be chopped up, and so then it can get to a point where they like, you see, they just talking about victim. She a victim, and they treating her like this. Yeah. But I'm literally just trying to get the thought out in real time. Like, all right, are we saying everybody's a victim? Well, if everybody's a victim, then nobody's a victim, and that's what I'm getting to. Like, we gotta watch how this is playing out, and we gotta make sure that we are giving real sympathy and empathy to people that need it, instead of just like. Initial, hey, let me hit the facts first. Yeah.
So I guess one of the questions I have sometimes with some of these victims is, like he mentioned earlier, it's like you go straight to filing a civil lawsuit. Like, why don't you go file criminal charges? If somebody raped you, however they raped you, why don't you go file criminal charges? You go straight to civil. So that right there, it's like, okay, well, what are you really trying to get out of it? Are you really trying to get justice, or are you just trying to get some money out of it? Yep. Because you could do both too.
You can.
So
you can.
I think too, and to be fair to women, I know that there is a thing that exists with women where they go through a mental trauma of being raped or taken advantage of, and they might not have the courage. And I want to make that clear. This is not at that at all. We not, but I'm just going to keep it real, and I want them to understand this. I know for certain women, not all, they only hear what they want to hear, and they remove words that you say. I'm saying not all, but for certain, what women have to know and understand. I'm not saying I agree with this. The longer you wait, the longer the more credibility you use. Yeah. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that's how it works. If you don't report it, you don't get the evidence documented, the harder it is later on to come back with your case. I don't create those rules. I'm just speaking the facts of how it worked.
Yeah.
So and when you say that to women, oh, you don't know, you're not sensitive. I say, and I just told y'all that I'm not saying that. That's just the legal system. That's how evidence works. I got
That's
no
how
control.
life works.
That's how life works. I don't got no control over that.
If something happened to you, right?
Yeah.
Then we're gonna say not even nothing sexual. Like just say something fun or something happened at a party.
Yeah.
By the time 5 or 6 years go by, that story has changed
All
so
the
much as
evidence
to what
is
happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Person
see
that
it just with
moved
regular
on.
stuff.
Facts.
Like if a dude got jumped in the club by 2 dudes, by the time 5 years go by, it's gonna be I got jumped by 15 dudes.
Yeah,
Like,
shit be
the
changing.
story gonna keep just
Memory,
Yeah.
evidence.
you
for
gonna
sure.
start creating stuff
You
in
don't
your
have
head as to what really
witnesses anymore.
happened.
Witnesses
Yeah.
that died.
When
Like,
there you go. Someone
Facts.
might have died. You know, you losing, like you said, you losing credibility.
Yeah.
So that's all we saying. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you can't say these things because why? The minute you try to question that, what do people do? You trying to question what happened?
Yo,
You gonna
I
treat
don't
her
give a
like
shit.
this?
You got to deal with that. If you gonna be talking on the internet, you got to be ready and know that
Yes.
everything you say, it's people that's watching you on the internet just to pick out what's wrong. You gonna have people, they always looking first for what you did wrong, where you made a mistake, some flaw that they can find. That's what certain people wake up and do. That's why you got to get up every day and do you to the best of your ability up under God for your preference so you can look in the mirror. Because if you out here doing it strictly for other motherfuckers, you ain't going to never be happy and you will never be able to satisfy everybody.
Right.
People who watch you on the internet at times be having like a little slow mentality, self-insecurities, so they try to put those onto you. So just know if you ain't got a mind of your own, and that's what I try to tell niggas and just anybody out here, especially men. I'm not even talking to women. Every man in this world is supposed to have a mind of his own and be able to think for himself. It's a lot of niggas that wake up and they wait to see what another nigga gonna do or say before they go with how they feel. Like, what type of nigga do that? Like, I'm gonna wait to see how these other niggas feel first. And I'm gonna make my decision. I'm gonna make my feeling and decision based off of what other niggas say. Nah, nigga, don't even be like that. Be your own man, bro. That's one thing you gotta be.